Okay, next, let's move on to key sectorial indicator. Okay, so these are the sectorial indicator watch list. As usual, green means perhaps the index or the sector itself is kind of ready for action, but yellow means it's conditional to perhaps a breakout before it can go higher. And in general, in this channel, I try to pitch more of a long only strategy. If you guys are good, I won't really call for short setouts, but I can tell you guys like perhaps when the market is bottoming, when a sector is perhaps topish, when the market is topish, so on and so forth, and then you guys can go plan your setup accordingly. Because ultimately, right, if the sector is gonna crash, it's gonna crash. You just go to the sector holding, ETF holding, then you look at the different stocks, look at where all the weaker ones are, and then find a setup to actually short them down, right? So as long as you're right on the macro front, it's hard for you to actually lose money. Or I won't say hard, but it's harder for you to lose money on the micro front. Okay, so firstly, let's start with XSW, the software indicator. So I've been calling this for God know how long, and many of you are still missing out. Okay, so I've been calling this ever since it at this point, and it's still running higher. I do think that it can hit at least 175 this zone here before you see more of a pullback. Okay, so if you can see from a longer structure standpoint, it make a break of structure here, pullback, came back down, wipe the liquidity, resting equal lows here, shifted back up. Okay, so that's why I'm calling for longs, tap this demand zone as well. I mean, never really tap, but you can just kind of pull it out because actually anywhere here can be demand. Okay, so some prominent XSW chart, zoom, not really super prominent, waiting for a pullback here, waiting for it to actually make a pullback. So let me just quickly pull back and then go up. So that's for zoom. ADP, wow, very interesting. So ADP, I think I've been calling this last week as well for those of you who managed to catch it. Breakout of the first order flow BO here, breakout of the second one, came back, retest the high. That would be an ideal entry if you guys took. But I do think SXW, the software ETF is gonna go out, and consequently ADP as well. Next, CRM. This is gearing up for a breakout. I do think that you can see more upside once this breaks higher, as XSW break higher as well. Microsoft, I've been calling for this, but somehow it's freaking not moving despite XSW going higher, right? So I'm still calling for it to go higher. Microsoft is a giant, right? You should be comfortable investing in Microsoft. Okay, next, APP. Personally in some longs over here as well, trying to look to ride it back out. Probably will be cutting loss below this low, see how it goes. Okay, next, that's for XSW. Come, let's take a look at, I won't be going through semicon specifically because it is really hard to trade semicon now due to the extended price action. So unless you are an advanced level trader, try not to gamble, for the lack of better word, gamble with semicon. I mean, there are indeed a few strategies out there that can help you trade reliably with semicon, but that's not the focus of my video here. Okay, next, let's take a look at XLP, which is the consumer staples, right? I've been calling for this since this shift as well, right? Break of structure, came back, shifted up. I have been calling for it, and I hope some of you guys are actually inside it, right? If you take a look at some of the prominent stocks for XLP, right? Come, let me take a look. Let me just find it. So this XLF. Okay, come, let's take a look at Coke. Break all-time high, waiting for it to pull back and then hit higher. Okay, as usual, look for entry in your lower time frame. Okay, let me see if I can find any entry task bar. Nope, not now. Okay, moving on. PM, Philip Morris, same thing, you need to wait for a pullback, so it's not really right for a long yet. CL, very similar setup to XLP, right? Personally, I would want to go for a long somewhere here, stop loss below structure here, and then aim to ride it up to all-time high. Next, Walmart. In fact, it just crashed, perhaps due to earnings, some guidance miss, perhaps. Currently in demand now. Looking to perhaps play some bounce trade, seeing the lower time frame setup if I'm happy with it. Okay, next, lastly for Costco. Costco did an order flow breakout here, though this is not the super nicest one. So you just want to wait for it to go back demand, which it is already at and then wait for a reversal pattern, right? Okay, next, after XLP, let's do XRT. Oh, my bad. Which is the retail ETF. Currently in the range. I called this out last week, expected the bounce, and it bounced as expected. Currently in the middle of the range, won't actually want to go long now because my personal philosophy is only the extreme ends of the range, which is here, 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 are protected. Anything in the middle can be hunted, right? So, but nonetheless, let's take a look at some of the XRT stocks. First, we have Croger Company. It broke out here, break of structure, came back, pull back all the way down here. There's a shift. Hope you guys saw this shift. Let's go here, here. Yep, there's a shift, and then look for it to rally higher next. BURL. Okay, shift. Same thing. Made a break of structure here. If you want to actually be reference a larger structure, right, this would be a break of structure as well. Okay. And then you shift it up. And then, sorry, not you shift it up. Price came back down and then shifted up. Personally, I will look for some longs the moment you reach the 20 EMA over here. Other than that, not really anything else. XRT, then next, let's take a look at XLF. Right, XLF made an order flow breakout. Perhaps on the 4 hour time frame is more obvious, right? Created liquidity here, sweep it, and reverse back out, and then broke this order flow breakout. Right, so very interesting. Look to be then biased, bullish towards XLF the next week. Right. So look at some of the key XLF names. Who do we have? JP Morgan. Yes, JP Morgan shifted up with this shift here. Definitely long bias. Maybe somewhere near the 20 EMA as well. Goldman Sachs. Right. Actually, it broke all-time high. Personally, I will wait for a pullback before entering for any longs. Okay. Next, Bank of America. Very conditional play, breaking on this order flow breakout. If not, I wouldn't want to touch it. Morgan Stanley, same. Break all-time high. I'll wait for it to come back and then go back up. That's my thoughts. Um, Equinix. I'm actually in somewhere in the middle of this range, so I'm somewhere holding on to it. Yes. So this although this blue sheet is here, but it's not actually structured as a trade. It's kind of like a position to actually write it back. I mean, but you can call position trade a trade, sure. Okay. Next, Affirm. Very nice. Not actually very nice. Just wait for order flow breakout and then long on the breakout. Somehow TradingView like to mess up my line. I don't even know why. But okay, yeah, you guys get the drift. Okay.